Hello, I'm TheZOMBIEJ, and this is kind of a video that I've been dreading to do for a while, and it's like, I've heard that there's a question that's been floating around in my head for a while, and it's probably been answered before, but, you know, I figured I'd put my own 2 cents into the conversation, and well, the question is, does LEGO hate Bionicle? Think about that. Does LEGO really hate Bionicle? Well, considering that they took a massive risk by unleashing Bionicle to the world. And, well, it paid off. There were executives, obviously, that were afraid to release this line. But they should be grateful. The executives at LEGO should be grateful that Bionicle was released and that we are such a massive community as we are. The Bionicle community and communities worldwide, Bionicle-wise, we are stronger than ever at this point. Some of us may be divided on some things, but that's the point of conversations, I guess, is to talk about it. This community is probably the most passionate LEGO community of all time. Bionicle is something that I gravitated towards because it was different. It was a different LEGO theme that, you know, some stupid articles out there claim that it's not LEGO, and they're wrong, clearly. So those articles should be taken down. But Bionicle was something different when it came out, and it was neat. It was awesome. It was cool, and I'm forever grateful that LEGO actually released it, because if they didn't release it, I don't know what I would be doing. Honestly, I wouldn't be sitting here talking about it with y'all. You know, before Bionicle came out, they were going bankrupt, and so they did Robo-Riders and Slicers, Throwbots. Those lines lasted only like a year each, and they were pretty alright, for the most part. They were kind of cool. But then Bionicle happened, and wow, what a launch. What a launch. This was a massive theme, and it turned out to be pretty fucking awesome as years went by. The multimedia, the sets themselves, the story, just everything that was put into Bionicle, everything that Bionicle had going for it was it's hard to put this into words, but Bionicle was a massive success. Even G2 had some success to it, but it was trying to ride off the coattails of Hero Factory success, but people claimed that they were using Hero Factory parts for G2 when it wasn't Hero Factory. That wasn't the only CCBS line. Get it through your fucking skulls. Hero Factory, well, it might have started with Hero Factory, but there was also other themes like Star Wars, DC, and Marvel superheroes. I mean, come on. CCBS was not, you know, limited to Hero Factory. Yeah, that was the one it was mostly used for. Oh, and Legends of Chima, of course. I mean, come on. Seriously. So, Bionicle came out in 2000 in Europe and other places. Over here, it came out in 2001. And wow. What a line this was. It really was. It was something else. I remember going on the Bionicle website back in 2001. There's a pretty fantastic recreation of it, thanks to, what was his name? Joe Cool, I think? Something number. Yeah, check that out if you will. That is pretty faithful to the original. I even contributed to that. I requested to add the Minogue game, that you could play the Minogue game on that recreation website. That was pretty fucking cool. So I contributed. and I'm glad I did. But it was just an idea I gave. So, but Lego released Bionicle, and it seemed like over the years there was just some things about it that were starting to become a little, like there was so much to the story, it was unbelievable. I mean, come on. The story took some twists and turns here and there, you know. There was the Takanuva alternate universe thing and all kinds of other universe stuff. I mean, think about this. Bionicle was supposed to last for 20 years. But it didn't. They cut it off after 10. And that's bullshit. Yes, the sales were sagging just a little in 2009. But, I mean, I'm grateful that we had Bionicle at all. Even as wrong as the executives at Lego were for thinking that this line shouldn't exist, or that it wasn't going to be as successful, well, they were wrong. It was successful. And then they tried to bring it back with G2, and G2 faltered. It was their fault, because they shouldn't have canceled G1 in the first place. Yeah. It's Lego's fault. It really is. Their actions are the reasons why some people in the Bionicle community don't want to support Lego, because there's just things that they've done that have really pissed us off. Like canceling Bionicle in the beginning of 2010 with the Stars line. That was the final line of sets we got when we thought we were getting the Batera at some point, but then there was even a helmet that was made for the Batera. Well, now we got it with resin prints or 3D prints. Wow. This community is so fucking awesome. There's a lot of fantastic people in the Bionicle community. It's unbelievable. Well, you better believe it. And Lego knows it. They did the best thing they ever could by bringing Bionicle to the surface. Spearheaded by Alistair Swinnerton and Bob Thompson and Kathy Hapka, and Greg Farshey got involved, and then Alistair left. And at some point, Greg Farshey basically took over the entirety of the story writing, for the most part. Christian Faber was involved as well, and just God, this is just such. It's Lego's best line. It really was. And as much as I hate to admit it, Ninjago is probably more successful, being that it's a brick-based theme, mostly. There are toe ball joints being used, you know, the little mixel joints, but still. Those are just for mechs and some other stuff. And yes, while the Ninjago mechs are fucking impressive, I guess, like the Nyaz Samurai X, I totally want that. That reminds me of Gundam, Evangelion, and some other stuff. It just looks fucking awesome. That might be the only Ninjago set I would ever want, because it's a fucking awesome mech. Oh my god. So, but Ninjago basically was the new Bionicle without being Bionicle. So, in terms of success and complicated story, and yeah. And I hate Ninjago for that, and for other reasons, obviously, but still, it was a success. And Bionicle, while its success was massive, it was really fucking massive. It was a success. It seemed inevitable that Lego was going to cancel it because of sales going down a little bit. There were projects that were going to happen, and then they didn't happen because sales. That's all it was. And if they weren't making money, they weren't going to continue this theme. That's selfishness. That really is. It really is. That's selfish of you, Lego. Fuck you. the line was a success, and they knew it. There were still people in the Lego group themselves, that still revere Bionicle. Like, they still feel that Bionicle was the theme that saved Lego. It was hailed as the theme that saved Lego, and it is true 100%. Even though a little bit of it went to Star Wars because, well, Lucasfilm had to have some of that money because it was their IP, so it didn't count. I mean, seriously. Bionicle, I mean, Lego hating Bionicle sounds like something that someone might have started just because they could. And I don't want to, accuse Lego of hating Bionicle, especially the executives who are worried about something, because that would be wrong. I would look bad. It's more to the fact that, well, Lego was raking in all kinds of money, and they were just pouring it into this theme, and they were getting money out of it, so continue it for 20 years, but it didn't happen for 20 years, so if it did happen for 20 years, it would be ending in 2020 or 2021. And wow. Yeah. Imagine where would we be in 2020 or 2021 if Bionicle was canceled that year. Think about it. Seriously. So many sets, it's unbelievable. Now, I am grateful that we got the sets that we did get, even though I didn't end up with some of the sets, like some of the vehicles, and like Malum, for example. I never got Malum until this year for my birthday. Yay. Cool set. But yeah. The executives at Lego should be grateful that Bionicle was a success. It saved you, Lego. You know it. I know it. Everybody knows it. Star Wars doesn't really count. It's disdained them, sure. But it doesn't 100% count. Because Lucasfilm needed like 50% of that money. 60% or whatever. I don't look up numbers. This is bullshit. So, with Bionicle being as successful as it was, the reboot happened, and it turned out to be a financial failure for Lego. Wow. Wow. It faltered, it reverted, it stunk in terms of sales. The blame is on Lego for that, partially. The blame also lies in some of the fandom who chose not to buy the sets but simply kept up with the story. And then they go out of their way to say, oh wait, the line wasn't selling well. Why? Well, it's because you didn't buy the fucking sets, you idiots! I mean, come on! We weren't the core target audience for G2, but we bought the sets anyway, most of us, because Bionicle was back, and it gave us something to do. These sets were pretty good. There were some pretty damn good sets, actually, like Umarak the Destroyer was fucking phenomenal. There were some generic villains, obviously, like the Skulls Warriors and whatnot. Skull whatever. But the story really was lacking. It had some good ideas. I will say that. It did have some good ideas. But it just wasn't executed that well. And that's sad. The fact that Bionicle died twice, Bionicle was canceled twice, that is excessive, yes. That is bullshit, yes. That is insane, yes. Who's to blame here? Well, I think we already established that. Lego, some of the fans, the kids of today, or at least at the time, 2015, 2016. And yeah. The budget was slashed, obviously. That was bullshit. It really was. It seemed like they were taking some of the budget from Bionicle G2 and pouring it straight into the Star Wars CCBS sets. And that is fucking just balls. It really is. Now, I believe that the budget was taken from Bionicle and poured into those Star Wars CCBS sets because it felt like it was rigged from the beginning. It really was. So, and let's not even mention the little cursed brick build Tahoe. That thing is fucking hideous. I'll save that for another day. But at least the GWP was pretty good. So what have we learned? Corporate greed sucks. Bionicle was a massive success. The fandom is strong, still, but can be divided in some ways. And overall, this really was the best line that Lego gave to us. 100% true. I love Bionicle, faults and all. It's just, it means a lot to me. It means so much. The Toamata are my childhood heroes, and I fucking love them. Golly is my favorite. Blue is my favorite color. I mean, I'm wearing a blue shirt and blue pants, so... But if Lego hated Bionicle, they wouldn't have gone with the GWP. Or they wouldn't have gone with the little brick built thing that went with the 90 Years of Play set. Or they wouldn't have given us G2. If they truly hated Bionicle, they wouldn't have given us G2 and the 2 brick built stuff. Think about it. Lego... I don't feel that Lego are a company that truly hates one of their own themes. Because if they did, we wouldn't have gotten G2. They would have just threw us under the bus and said, fuck you. I mean, seriously. But really, they really should have kept Bionicle going for up until 2020 and 2021. It's sad that it's dead, but it's not truly dead. The legacy of Bionicle lies within the fandom. Us. Bionicle lives on through us. And that's something to respect. It really is. I love this community. And you should too if you're a Bionicle fan. Become a member of the community if you haven't already. If you have, you're awesome. If you're not, something's wrong with you. Not really. So, what is the final thing to say here? Does Lego really hate Bionicle? I don't think so. Because there are still people in Lego that hail Bionicle, or there are still people in Lego that hail Bionicle as the theme that truly saved Lego. There was devastation. There were tears. There was, a lot of pissed off people. I myself was pissed. I was sad. I almost wanted to kill myself because G1 ended and also G2 ended. That really pissed me off. The second death was what really drew me to just want to, And I absolutely just... God damn. I mean... I've said enough already. So, what do you think? Does LEGO truly hate Bionicle? I don't think they do. I think they just, you know... Bionicle is not just a LEGO theme. It is a culture in on itself. And we are the followers. We really are. We are probably the best fandom in terms of fandoms. And in terms of LEGO, at least. LEGO fandoms. Bionicle, at least the line, writes to LEGO, might be dead. But it still lives on through us. And that's something that I have all the respect for, because this community is just great. It really is. So I've spoken enough in this video. I do want to announce something. I will be having a mini series on that little Tahoe brick built piece of shit. It's going to be called Tahoe the Brick. It's going to be a 7-episode miniseries. That's going to be easy to film, because it's only 7 episodes. As far as Poop Wreck, that's 10 episodes. Still sounds easy. I've done it before. I've made Bionicle series, as I'm sure some of y'all remember. I hope y'all enjoyed this video. Stay tuned for more videos. And, well, keep building. I'm TheZOMBIEJ. I'll see you folks there. Have a good fucking day, and peace.